starting to get into the C rating because from position 10 to 6, they were all D ratings. 6 C rating is IDC, number 5. Another C rating is Denel. Oh, which is the 4th place is Denel. Remember in 2011, our top 3 was D's, 50s, and now our top 3 starts from a 70% to 79% range. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. 3rd place goes to Telkom with a B rating. The 2nd place with another B rating goes to Transnet. And as I'm about to wrap up the awards, 2 important things I need to mention. The first one is the fact that the panel is completely independent. So irrespective of who our clients are, who sits on which board, it doesn't matter. So this is completely credible. And secondly, the sponsorships that we talk about related to the tables to attend the function. So it has nothing to do with the research work and everything else. So this is completely credible. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to call the 1st place. But there is something about the 1st place. It's sitting in the B range. And we wanted to move to the A range. We said that last year. But ayiva in Xhosa. Or in English, it is just not listening. So, but it is still the 1st place. It belongs to them, and that's none other than Eskom. Let's stand up for them. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, Eskom must make a reply speech. And Steve, in your reply speech, we want to know how will you get to the A range? Otherwise, you'll be overtaken.
Well, thank you so much for this. I feel like Thomas Müller, the German striker who got a hat-trick. And this is an Eskom hat-trick. And I'd really like to acknowledge the Eskom team, if they can please just stand up, and because they're the ones that have done all the hard work behind this process. Now, you know, integrated reporting is something that has become part of Eskom's DNA, and it started in the early 1990s. And I think back to those days when we first produced our financial report, and in 1995, an environmental performance report, and it just grew from there to where we are today. And I'm very, very proud of where we have got to. And thank you very much for this amazing recognition, and to Nkonki for this initiative. It is something that encourages us to do better. And how are we going to do better? You know, when it came to the point about the integrated reporting philosophy, I went on Google and looked it up because I was thinking, where are we failing? And so we do become our biggest critics when we don't achieve this top aspiration. And so we do have behind our integrated reporting a philosophy of continual improvement, and we're going to get there. And I think that the thread of sustainability that we see in our integrated reporting is a very strong one. And I can't take a public platform without talking about, there's a slogan that we have called Live Lightly. And that is part of our sustainability philosophy that you'll see throughout our integrated report, but it's also a message that we'd like to take to all South Africans. Live lightly and reduce your footprint on this planet, and in particular, if you're going to do that, do it between 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the evening, please. And then just a final point is that you'll see in our integrated report, and you'll have a look when you see this year's one, is that we're talking about the investments that we're making in South Africa's future, and it's a very, very exciting time for all of us. This year is going to be incredibly exciting when we see the first unit at Medupi synchronized on the grid, when we see the completion of our 100-megawatt wind farm, Sierra, and lots more to come. And so congratulations to everyone else. Thank you very, very much for this amazing award, and once again to a very, very special team in Eskom. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Am I on? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And masibashayeleni izandla. The successful defending
victory and see where all of us can improve as SOCs. So we look forward to all the improvements from the SOCs next year and hope the results actually move on and improve. And we continue to remain a big global player and a leader. As we heard from Lee Roberts mention, that globally people do look to us as a leader in this area. Lee, thank you. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for bringing the message back globally through South Africa that we are leading and we are creating a space for ourselves here. I was one of those making notes while Lee mentioned her 5 tips, and I think I found them quite intuitive, but also quite insightful and yet so simple. So for those who didn't get them the first time, I'm just going to repeat them for you and really hope that you take this to heart and we see this coming through in your next reports. The first tip is obviously connectivity throughout the report. The second one is tell the story, the cause and effect of your business. Third, make sure it's a balanced report, that you ensure you disclose not only the good, but also the bad of your company. Ensure that it's concise. I mean, you can see that we are taking cognizance of that from coming down from a 400-odd report to about 200, which is a nice achievement. And then also look at the outcome of your integrated thinking and see how the effects of capital actually affect those. I think also it's nice to see that we are recognized as leaders in the public sector, even if we do compare to the JSE-listed companies. And normally we always assume that the private sector is the leader, and it's nice to see the SOCs are taking the ball and running with it. To Tuto, thank you for presenting the insights and the results. I think everyone should take cognizance of the results related to the integrated reporting framework, the disclosures, and the philosophy, which I know a lot of you are preparing your report, so hopefully these next couple of weeks will assist you in actually beefing up those sections. I think the disclosure on boards and directors do require improvement from us. I know sometimes there's an issue around transparency, how much do we disclose, look at remuneration structures, etc. But I think to really look at the fairness, transparency principles that we all ascribe to in King 3, it's important that we get this right and really communicate the message to our stakeholders. To the team at Nkonki, Alice, Lindy, if I forget anyone, I'm sorry. I think you guys have done a sterling job again in arranging the awards, getting everything up and running, putting these together. So thank you for all your efforts, your countless sleepless nights. And to everyone that's attended, thank you for your time. I hope we add value to you. If you'd like to chat or discuss any issue further, we're all available. So let's spend the afternoon, and thank you once again.
Thank you very much. That was the vote of thanks. We are now going to have dessert served, and we're going to get the reports at the back. As you leave, you're going to have those, and everything.